Story time. Story time. Now, this is an old story. It's about me and my boy, right? We in the club. We hit the spot up. We going out of town. We didn't go too far, but we went out of town. And, we just trying to have a good time and have a nice night. And this is around the time when, all about the Benjamin was popping. You know what I'm saying? So we hit the club up, me and my homie. Walk up in there, I'm chilling, got him a nice little outfit and everything. I'm feeling myself and all that. And I'm on the dance floor, I'm up in there, what? Got Noriega on and all that, just jamming. I don't know where he at. I'm looking around, know where he at. So, they got Biggie playing, love it when they call me Big Pop. So I'm up in there, and we used to do something corny, which is real corny. We used to hold like double-fisted Heinekens. So I got like a Heineken here and a Heineken here. And we do shots of Henny at the bar. Yeah, don't ask me why. So anyway, I finished the one joint. I put it away, on the table or whatever. And I'm sitting there and we're dancing and grooving and everybody's up in the club swaying, right? And then somebody come running down the stairs of the joint and they come up to me and they're like, yo, Vince, man. Yo, your boy. I'm like, okay, what about him? Like, yo, he's over there fighting. So I'm like, all right, I can fight. So I run up there. Thinking I'm about beep, 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 beep. I'm thinking we're gonna fight. And I don't never fight. I'm actually the cool dude. But whatever. I run up the stairs and I see what's going on and I can't believe my eyes, but it's about 5 cops fighting my boy. And everybody in the spot knows who we are. So, automatically they see him rolling around on the floor with the cops. And everybody's like, fighting the police. So I'm like, yo, what's going on? So I grab the cop. The cop pushes me back and all that. They get him some, they got him all bound up and everything, handcuffed and all that. And I'm like, I can't believe what's going on. I'm like, what he do? What he do? He's like, yo, V, call my mom. The cop's like body slamming him, so he hurt. He mad. Beer all over the floor, everything over the floor. I noticed his wallet was over there to the side of the thing by the door. So I grabbed his wallet. I put it in my pocket. It was over by like this chair. They had like this little setup where like the security sat by the door. But anyway, I grabbed his wallet. I put it in my pocket. So I asked the cop, what did he do? He tried to grab my gun. I was like, you tried to grab the cop's gun? Later on, I find out that the cop walked up to him and thought he was somebody else when he wasn't that person. They were looking for somebody. So they profiled him. And the cop, you know how they assume authority. They put themselves in position of authority. They put their hand on the gun and be like, hey, what's your name? Let's see your name and ID. And, before he took his name and ID, he went in his pocket, took his name and ID out and was like, I shouldn't be showing y'all nothing. The cops then mollywopped him and threw him on the floor. And when he saw that the cop reached for his gun over on the side, he grabbed the cop's gun and wouldn't let the cop take it out of the holster. So the other cops just dove on him and just started beating him down. I'm just like, yeah. So the crazy part of the story is they put him in the back of this van. It was just a hostile night too. I was just Big Papa and baby on the dance floor. So they put him in the back of the van. I got his wallet, got his keys and everything. You know what I mean? Pick up his little flip phone. We had flip phones at the time. That's what was out. We had a little flip phone. He had a flip phone. So anyway, we get him in the back of the van. And they pulling out of the parking lot. So I run to my car and I follow the police vehicle. So the police vehicle goes to the police precinct, right? And they go under this little tunnel thing. I follow them in there. I bear off to the side. I park the car. I sit there. They bring them out. They put them in there. Now, mind you, the person driving the police vehicle, had nothing to do with the altercation. He just took them over there. So I wait about 15 minutes, and then I notice the police vehicle just pulls out, and he leaves. So I go into where the cop went in, the same door. And I'm like, hey, I'm here to get, and I gave him some name. And the lady at the desk looked at me like, well, who are you? And I told her who I was. I ain't gonna say what name I used, but I told her who I was, and I was acting real professional. Mind you, she couldn't smell all the beer and alcohol I was drinking through the thing. So I'm sitting there, sobered up immediately. I used the mirror technique. I was in my car, sitting in the mirror, and I'm telling myself, all right, Vince, you got to get him out of this situation. I didn't know how I was going to get him out of the situation, but I got him out of the situation. I go in there. I'm talking to the lady at the front desk. We're sitting there having a conversation. The chief of police walks by. I know because it said it on his joint. Had it all, he's like, who are you? And what are you doing here? I said, I'm here to pick up the gentleman who was just brought in the van. And I said, he's a gentleman over there. Now, mind you, they didn't know his name or anything about him because I had his ID. I found his wallet and all that. So they're sitting there, well, blah, 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 blah. They had no idea why he was there. So he's on his little thing trying to find out why he was there. Come to find out, at the club we just left, a whole damn riot broke out. Fight. Somebody couldn't get in. They just up in there, bat, bat, bat. They fighting and throwing up, carrying a fit. So they needed all hands on deck. So they running back across town to the same club that we just left because it was a crazy fight in there. I said, he's not even from this town, and I'm trying to get him out of here as soon as possible. And the chief looked at me and said, all right, get him out of my building and get him out of my city, and I better not see you in here again. I said, absolutely, sir. Mind you, my boy's handcuffed and shackled. They unlocked the joint, take off the handcuffs, on the joints on the feet. They had everything. He's sitting there, bloody nose, messed up, and they mollywopped him. So he comes out, he's looking at me. Why? I was like, oh, hey. How you feeling? Are you all right? Is everything okay? And the lady at the front desk is looking and all that. And then the guy shuts the door and locks it. I walk him out there. I said, come on, man, let's walk to the car. He's looking at me like, what just happened? I'm like, let's walk to the car, because he did assault an officer. And he did. And I mean, he did try to grab his gun. So we get in my car. I pull out slowly. I'm driving away. I take the scenic route. I go on the highway, up the hill, through the woods, down the barrier, inside out. He's like, yo, V, man. He's wiping his nose. What happened, man? It's crazy. The cop, I thought he was going to shoot me. I saw my life flash before my eyes. He grabbed his gun. I started fighting, man. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know where you was at. I'm like, nigga, we made it out. That's all I said. I said, yo, we made it out. He was like, yeah, how'd you get me out? I'm like, I don't know. I have no idea why the dude was like, just get him out of my city. I was like, yes, sir. I got him out of the city. He's like, man, I lost my wallet. I was like, nah, man, here's your wallet. I gave him his wallet. He's like, are you for real right now? I said, and your keys. He's like, are you for real right now? I was like, yo, let's just get out of here. So we leave the city that we was in. We hit up the city where we from, and there's an after hours spot. So we get to the after hours spot early, before everybody. So when the club starts shutting down, me and him already up in there having drinks, and everybody come walking in the door like, yo, what? They couldn't believe that we were just sitting there having a drink. Now, homie, you know who you are. I ain't gonna put you on blast and I ain't gonna say your name. I don't know how I got you out of that. I don't know how I saved you. I don't know how I was a superhero for the night, but I was. So that's a little short story I got for y'all today. Hope y'all enjoyed it. I'll holler back at y'all.